that is now 4 or 5. Me and my brother were not mentioned anyway. That's why it's opening another wound now to a family and to us.
What started as a simple request quickly turned into a national controversy. A respected officer, a postponed testimony, and a shocking claim about his mother's death.
Mr. Mkhwanazi was due to appear in January, and we appeared before the commissioners wherein he sought a postponement because of a medical procedure to be done to his eyes. We went past that point and he was granted his postponement to a specific date. I'm trying to recall now. Ms. Bowe will assist me. On the eve of that date, which was a Monday, on Friday, when we had invited Mr. Mkhwanazi for a consultation in preparation for his appearance, he informed us that he was in this state, that he does not think he'll be able to appear on Monday because his mother had passed away.
But then records surfaced, and suddenly people began asking, did Julius Mkhwanazi lie? Or is there more story to this? Stay with us because what investigators uncovered next left many stunned. And before we continue, make sure you subscribe for more breaking stories and deep investigations like this one. The drama unfolded during proceedings involving Julius Mkhwanazi at the Madlanga Commission. He was expected to testify, all eyes were on him, but shortly before his appearance, he made an emotional request. He told the commission that his mother had passed away, and because of the loss, he needed time. The commission granted the postponement. At the time, no one questioned it, because losing a mother is something few would ever doubt. But behind the scenes, questions had already begun. Soon after the postponement, official records were reviewed, and that's when investigators noticed something unusual. According to documentation from Department of Home Affairs, the woman who had died was not listed as his biological mother. That discovery sparked immediate concern. Was this simply a mistake or something more serious? Because if the information given to the commission was false, it could mean the proceedings were misled.
Mr. Mkhwanazi, during consultation, was at pains to convince us the person who had passed away was his mother, his birth mother. It was not a cousin, it was not a relative, it was not a stepmother. When I made my application for a postponement, I indicated that it was a close member of the family, and therefore understand why he could potentially require this extension. His attorney seemingly was also of the view that this was his mother, because when he addressed the commissioners, he indicated this was his mother. After the postponement was granted, and a few days later, in the normal course of collation of documents, these documents were then prepared for filing, and that's when we realized that this person happens to be 10 years older than Mr. Mkhwanazi, and that raised the issue about whether or not Mr. Mkhwanazi lied to the commission, misled this commission.
And for those who did law, they know that in legal settings, misleading information can carry serious consequences. Suddenly, the postponement became more than just a delay. It became a national talking point. Facing mounting questions, Julius Mkhwanazi responded, and his explanation shifted the entire narrative. He said the woman who passed away was his stepmother, not biological mother. He said his stepmother is someone who had raised him from childhood, someone he considered his mother in every meaningful way. And in many cultures, a stepmother who raises a child is not called stepmother. She is simply called a mother. And that cultural detail became central to the debate. Was this a deception or simply a matter of family reality?
Thank you, Chair. I'm still saying that she raised me, she's my mother. Yes, I was not born out of or from her, but she raised me since I was young. She took over from my grandmother who raised me. I see this birth certificate for the first time in my life. You see, that's why I had to have the grandmother to accompany me to get an ID, you see. And I'm requesting this commission to go to court with my ID and check how did my grandmother, who's the mother of my father, happen to raise us. Because the story that she told me when she was alive, I think it relates to, she was honest, it relates to this birth certificate because she took over from that mother that I don't know, not my biological mother. There was another mother in between. That's why she went to court. It's the story that I don't know, but she related that story to us, you see. Then I'm appealing to this commission to go to, because you know these things. It's a court that granted her a parent thing for us, you see, and you'll be able to get it.
Even after his explanation, the controversy didn't fade. Instead, more questions emerged that why he didn't clarify the details earlier. Did the commission fully understand the relationship? And most importantly, was the postponement justified? For investigators, this was not just about family terms, it was about credibility, because in official proceedings, every word matters and every statement can shape the outcome.
That's why she's always considered you one of her children.
Yes.
Correct. Let's go to page 4, and my confusion arises because at item 1, your father is listed as Mr. William Mkhwanazi, who you now say is your grandfather. That is the same person that appears on your birth certificate. I accept that you have never seen your birth certificate, but this is the birth certificate is provided by Home Affairs. At paragraph 2 of that same letter, Mrs. Petunia Mkhwanazi is said to have been married to Mr. Hoho Titus Mkhwanazi. That is not your father, is it?
No, that's my father. That's my biological father.
Okay, Mr.
Babami, ongizalile.
Okay.
Ngesintu ngiyisa ngeke ngilibize igama liphelele lakhe.
So, Home Affairs has it wrong. The commission must accept that Home Affairs has it wrong.
I've explained it that I'm kindly requesting you to go to the court.
As the story spread, public reaction grew intense. Some people defended him. They argued that family is not defined by paperwork, but by relationships. Others were not convinced. They believed that official records must match official statement or claims, especially in serious proceedings. And at the heart of this story is one powerful question. Was it a lie or a misunderstanding? Only official findings and continued investigations will determine the truth. Until then, the mystery remains. Do you believe that Julius Mkhwanazi was lying, or do you think it was just a misunderstanding? Let me know on the comment section down below. And until then, the mystery remains. And before we end, this video is based on public reports, official statements, and news coverage. All information presented here is for informational purposes, and developments may change as investigations continue. And if you want more stories told in this deep investigation format, subscribe now to True Crime with Nsuku's Folktale and turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be notified. Because sometimes the truth is more complicated than it first appears. And this is True Crime with Nsuku's Folktale. See you on the next case.